Hi, my name is Tawana Wiggins, and I am the founder and CEO of Tyla's Chronicles. I'm also a mom and an educator. I'm the mother of three beautiful children, ages 26, 23, and 8. I've been in education for 19 plus years, covering various capacities, including substitute teaching, math and art enrichment teacher, science teacher in middle and high school, curriculum developer and facilitator, assistant principal and principal, and chief operating officer for one of the largest charter schools in my area. I believe that teaching is what I've been placed on this earth to do. It is my passion. And I understand that with teaching comes learning. So it's always been fascinating to me to see and understand how people interact with their environment and interpret their experiences for their behavior. I understand that in order to teach, you must learn. You have to learn the people that you're teaching because perception is their reality. And in order to teach, you have to understand their perceptions so that you develop an understanding of their reality. And that truly is able to close gaps and cross barriers. Tyla's Chronicles is an education consultant business that has a mission to provide support for building conscious and intentional relationships between home and school. The vision is to equip every family with the same tools that equip educators for providing a cultivated and nurturing learning environment for student success. Well, as an educator, my experience stems from building relationships and coaching behaviors. I have experience with breaking down content in the classroom, upholding and communicating expectations, PD development and delivery to staff, and stems from behavior management to best practices to pedagogical delivery to breaking down and understanding data, teach like a champ, getting better faster, using research based strategies for MTSS and behavior management, and aligning instruction with behavior. Why do I do this work? Well, my older children were very successful in school, and my youngest one is following in those same footsteps. But I recognize a great deal of their success had a lot to do with my involvement, and my involvement had a lot to do with my understanding of the education process. Like I mentioned before, my oldest, at that time, I was a teacher, and so I had the lens of a teacher. My youngest, I'm an administrator, and so I have the lens of an administrator. I always have the lens of a parent, and an educator is what's embedded in me. And so I recognize that some parents are not as involved or don't know the right questions to ask or don't know the right practices to have at home or how to consciously and intentionally have conversations or relationship building because they're not educators. And that's not their fault. That's not the area that they chose to go into. But my why is because I think that it's important in building lives. I was a science teacher for many years when I was in the classroom, and my students knew that I didn't just teach science, I taught life because I truly believe and know that when we're working with children, we're working with people. These are people, and people are people, and they have lives. And so, although in a classroom you may be teaching math, reading, science, your everyday interaction with that person matters because children learn by behavior. Children learn through their environment. And so, although they have to learn the content that is being taught in that class, they are implicitly learning other things because of what's around them. And so, they're learning from the school to the home. And to be able to bridge that gap means that there has to be some alignment of what's being taught. And although a parent may not have the expertise and the knowledge to teach the math and the English and the science and the digital media and the art, parents can be equipped with the knowledge of the practice that is being used in the class to facilitate the environment for student learning. So the qualifications for becoming a parent is have a baby and then you receive a certificate. And although that is a congratulatory act, that certificate is not one to congratulate you. It is a birth certificate. It has the baby's names, who the parent is, and the dimension of the baby, the size, their feet, their cute little hands, those things. To become an educator, you are awarded with the awards, the certificates, and the degrees. And those certificates and those degrees signify that you've completed a certain amount of coursework, you've done a certain amount of research, you completed a certain amount of professional development hours that qualify you to act in the capacity of an educator and to be trusted in that capacity. I'm just passionate enough to believe that we can increase student achievement and success if we are equipping our families and our parents with the same tools that we equipped our educators to reach those levels of success. Educators are awarded these certificates and degrees. Parents have to seek after research and resources and services to do the same job of people success. And I'm here to bridge that gap.